So this is Geirangerfjord, one of the most famous fjords in Norway. On every postcard that you see, it's probably this fjord that you see, usually with a huge cruise liner in the tiny little village at the bottom there. And it is absolutely stunning. It's idyllic looking from here. On a sunny day, you could not ask for more than that. And we're hoping to go on a boat cruise down that fjord today. That would be really nice if we can. We'll have to wait and see when we get down into the village.
Call it off, let it go.
So at the viewpoint at the top, I was saying about the fact there's often big cruise ships, and there is a huge cruise ship just reversing in here now, filled with people all watching the little village. And it's a tiny little village down here, which must get completely overrun when all these people come off. We've just booked to go on a little tiny fjord cruise for an hour at 12 o'clock, so we're going to have a little wander around this village for an hour, and then we'll come back here to go on our fjord cruise. So we're on our Geirangerfjord cruise, and it's lovely. We've been on it for about 45 minutes, and we've just dropped people off to go on an amazing hike that looks like it just goes up the cliff face, and I think it probably does. We've dropped a couple of people off and picked a couple of people up, I think. But it is quite amazing. They were saying about the fact that a few years ago, 75 of Europe's nobility hiked up this trail to get to the Geirangerfjord farm, which is at the top. I wouldn't fancy it, but there you go. So we're at the very top of the Trollstigen road in Norway, and this is the road that Roger wanted to drive virtually more than any other, and unfortunately it's closed. We thought it might be closed because of snow, but as you can probably see there isn't an ounce of snow anywhere, so we can only assume it's because of landslides or something, although I can't really see why it's closed from here at all. But maybe there's bits over there that we can't see that have got rocks on them or something. But it's very disappointing because Roger really wanted to do this road, and hey ho, there's nothing we can do about it except just admire it from the top instead. today we're in Aalesund. This is quite a northern city. It's a few hours north of Bergen, and we're reading about Aalesund, and apparently in 1904 the majority of the city was burnt to the ground because it was mostly wooden houses, and so Aalesund is now known for its Art Nouveau architecture, some of which you can see behind me. And the houses along here are absolutely stunning. Well, the hotels now used to be fish warehouses apparently. The one behind us that you can see used to be a fish warehouse, and a lot of the industry around here still relies on fishing quite heavily as well.
And tourist boats.
And tourist boats, yes. There's an enormous cruise ship which we can see the top of hidden behind the houses, well, sort of hidden behind the house. I can just see it poking out from behind that house over there. So we're here in Aalesund. It's another gorgeous sunny day, and we've just walked up to the top of the park in Axla, which has a fantastic view all the way around in Aalesund. We've seen a cruise ship that we saw in Geirangerfjord down there, and all the islands around it. It's absolutely stunning, and it's even more stunning because it's such a lovely day. We're currently on the Atlantic Highway, and this is Askavegen, and this is apparently where they used to burn a lot of kelp. And they used to burn the kelp for making soda, which was an important part of glass making, and then it was banned in the early 1800s, and about 1870 they then started burning it again, and this time they extracted the iodine from it, because apparently there is more iodine in these northern kelp forests than there are in the kelp forests of southern Europe. And they still do a little bit today to extract the iodine for medicine. But it doesn't look like there's that many people doing it now, because there's not that many people around here. So we're on the Atlantic Highway at one of the next stops. I can't remember what the stop's called, I'm afraid. Haga, there you go. And we stopped here because they were talking about these columns. And this is apparently an art installation by a man called Jan Ruychen. And he basically said that these columns are reminiscent of Greek architecture, and they're also reminding him, or reminding the Norwegians, of a Norwegian serpent that features in the Norse sagas. I think it's fair to say that art is different things to different people. And it's not really for me. It just looks like a few bits of marble chucked in a pond to me, but maybe that's just my lack of understanding, lack of cultural appreciation, possibly. I don't know. This is quite amazing, I have to say. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and send us a comment.